Welcome back to That Dad Guy. It's April 23rd, 2023, and it's been a busy weekend. Yesterday we had friends drop by who are going up to Montreal to pick up their daughter from university. They go to the same university as Dea, so they offered to take up some stuff for us because they were going up with an empty truck. So we sent some of the bigger things up that need to go into Dea's new apartment, and yeah, so we're going to go up soon as well and bring her back after we move all her stuff and her roommate's stuff over into their new place. So that'll be exciting. The other thing that was happening this weekend was the Radical Speed Sport car show. I got some extra pass access to get into it this year and do a little behind the scenes and the setup. And so I put out my longest video I've ever put out. Hopefully you guys get a chance to watch it. If you're into cars, there's so much in there to see. So I was really happy that I got in to do that. And hopefully it gets good reviews, and we'll be back again for the 50th, as well as all the other shows that happen here in Moncton that Joseph was a part of. And I'm very happy to keep promoting Moncton. So go ahead if you like cars, if you want to see what I was up to this week. That's what I was up to. So we've got that. The other thing I've got going on is postcards. I have some postcards that I get to send out. I have 5 officials. I'm up to 16 that I'm allowed to send. That's my maximum now. And I had 5 slots open. So I'm going to show you those 5 that I've picked out and some of the friend ones that I've got to go as well. That is what we're going to do today. And we're going to start with the official ones. I have one going to Berlin, Germany. And she says her hometown is in the French-speaking part of Switzerland. But her and her late husband got to travel all sorts of places, and then they're now in Berlin. She says for pleasure, she prefers the Arctic regions and dreams about Antarctica. That would be amazing to be able to get to go there. Said one of the best parts of travel is getting to know other cultures. They are fascinating, each in their own way. She says she can't pass up a bookstore, a museum, a theater, or concert hall without going in. So the things that she does enjoy are reading, music, theater, hiking, good food and drinks, and friendly conversations. And the cards that she wants to get are places from your own country. So I know sometimes we send out as postcrossers, we have cards from other places, and if someone says they like a lighthouse, it doesn't have to be a lighthouse from our area that we send, but in this case, she wants to have things from your area, and one of the things she likes are bridges, so I chose this one here. This is the Confederation Bridge that links New Brunswick and Prince Edward Island. To get on the New Brunswick side of the bridge, it's about 35 minute drive from here. Somewhere around that range. Depends how fast you drive, I guess, too. Could be 45 minutes. Yeah. And you gotta watch out for animals because there are deer and moose along the way. All right, the next card is going off to Norway, which is a country I don't get a lot of post-crossing cards going to and from. I don't think I have any pen pals. I know I don't have any pen pals there either, so it was nice to get this one. This gentleman lives about 125 kilometers north of Oslo. He likes to travel and experience different cities and beautiful nature. All postcards are welcome, but he would prefer postcards with pictures of your city or nation, women, blue cats, greeting cards, royals, presidents, and he's a stamp collector, mainly Norwegian and Bulgarian stamps, but he also likes the Europa stamps too. Well, being in Canada, I don't have a Europa stamp, but I will try to put on some nice Canadian stamps that maybe he'll enjoy. He wants a postcard of my city. Here is the downtown at night, and on the back we have the skyline as it was. There are some new buildings popping up, so I'm excited about the new skyline, and we're going to have some new postcards soon to represent it as those buildings get completed. So that goes to Norway. This next one is going to Germany, and she is 51 years old, lives with her family near the middle of Germany in a small village. She's working in an office about 20 hours a week. Her hobbies are knitting, sewing, baking, and reading magazines. She likes postcards of nature, landscapes, birds, trees, squirrels, lighthouses, cards with glitter. And then she says, if you don't know what to write about your hobbies. Or do you have a pet? What's its name? What's your favorite animal? Tell me about the landscape around your home. So I've said this lighthouse, this landscape from Bathurst, New Brunswick, up in northern New Brunswick. And it's a big card, so there's lots of room to write about all the things that she'd like to hear about. So that's good. I really like the cards that have a bit more space on them. That way you really can get into more than just 2 or 3 sentences. Depending how big your writing is, sometimes a card of this size doesn't give you a whole lot of room to write, especially if you like to decorate at all. So you kind of have to find that balance between people that like cards versus people that really want to hear more about you, and whether they want their cards really decorated. Okay, my next card is going off to Taiwan, and she says she's a Taiwanese student who studies chemical engineering. She said Taiwan is a small country under Japan, next to China, not Thailand. So she must get lots of people that confuse Taiwan for Thailand when they write to her. So the only other thing after that, she says she likes all kinds of postcards, whatever the cute animal, beautiful view, or even if you draw the card yourself. So I've sent this one here. I'm going to be sending this one here. This is the Sackville Waterfowl Park, and it's just a nice little boardwalk. You can go walk in amongst the marsh and see the ducks and all the other animals that kind of make that their home, especially in the summertime. And my last official one is going off to Italy, and it's written in Italian, so I had to use Google Translate, and there's not a lot on here. The only thing she writes in English is, "I love books in my life," but in it she says she likes the sea, so I picked this one here of Peggy's Cove. It's an aerial view in Nova Scotia, so you've got the lighthouse there, and then you've got the beautiful little community. So that was kind of fun to be able to explore and to be able to try to figure out what it said by using Google Translate. You kind of run your camera over top of the words. You say what language it's from and what language you want it into, and presto magic, it switches it over so you can read it in your own native tongue. So that's kind of cool. All right, as far as cards going for direct swaps, this is the first one. This is Montreal. I'm getting low on my Montreal postcards. I had quite a few of them from when I went last summer when I dropped day off at university, but I'm going to have to replenish the stock somewhat. So I'm sending this one off because we're heading back to Montreal soon. And then this card, for some of you, might be a little spooky, might be a little different, but I'm pretty sure the person I'm sending it to can appreciate it. This is actually from Dungeons and Dragons, so if you're a role-playing person, you like the old vintage board games, that's what that's from. We have this multi-view from the city of St. John, which is where my sister lives, and this is only about an hour-and-a-half drive from where I am. But along the way, when you're driving to St. John, you run through the town of Hampton, which is a nice little town. You can see some of the architecture that's in that town if you happen to go through. But if you pass St. John, you can see the theme we're running here, you can get to the beautiful town of St. Andrews, and this is where the Algonquin Resort is located. A great place. We've taken the kids whale watching there. There's lots to do in this little community. And then finally, for those of you who may be Star Wars fans, here's a cute card of young Rey and talking to, not Poe, I can't remember, it's escaped my mind. Those of you who watch the newer Star Wars movies, though, you'll know who I'm talking about. So that's going out. Those are all the cards that I've picked to go this week. It's a good collection, I think. Give me time to get caught up. The other things I got to get done today are groceries, of course. Normally we do that on Saturday, but today we're going to do it because yesterday was full of stuff. We really just didn't have time to do that. So we got a little bit of running around to do this afternoon, but in amongst that, I'll be writing postcards so we can get those out tomorrow and Tuesday, I guess, for any of the ones that I don't get finished today. And what do we have this week? This week coming up, don't forget you can leave your comments for That Dad Guy Answers for next weekend. That video came out yesterday, so always looking for new questions. And if you want to send a postcard for my April question, that question is at the end of that as well, with the address in the description of the video. You can send that off. I have a few stamps of the Falkland Islands that I'm going to show you this week coming up. Yeah, you got to make sure that you've been subscribed, you like, you comment, and you leave your notification bell on so you know when I've got new videos coming up. That'll really help you be able to see and not miss anything that's going on in this guy's life. I try to put up as many videos as I can during the course of the week, but usually at least 4 videos of the 7 days you're getting content coming out, so you can look forward to that. I have that trip to Montreal coming up, so there may be a little bit of video that will go along with that. Even though it's going to be a rush trip, it's not going to be one where we're spending a whole lot of time exploring the city. It's going to be mostly moving from the university dorm to the new apartment and then driving back again. But you know, I may get to a Lego store. I might get to find some postcards along the way or eat some delicious food. Those are all on the list of things that I'd like to get to do while I'm away. And then I'm taking a week off vacation, so I'm going to have time to do the Montreal stuff, and then maybe a little bit of time to relax here. Also this week, I've got to get those taxes completed, so I'm going to finish off the last things I need to do for that to send them off. Even though the people at the tax office are on strike right now, I still want to get them submitted before the end of the month, and try to get the last few things that I need for my father to get it over to the accountant. So things to do. Life goes on, so you got to stay on for the ride and have a magical week. What, Polo? You say like, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
Bye.